Prime Minister Andrew Holness prepares Jamaica for the fourth industrial revolution, secures visa waiver for Jamaicans traveling to Ghana, and welcomes Kingston's newest hotel and conference room. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Anthony Morgan. For a few days last week, the Prime Minister was representing Jamaica's interests in Geneva, Switzerland. On Wednesday morning, he gave the keynote address at the 108th session of the International Labour Conference, held in observation of the centenary of the International Labour Organization. Prime Minister Andrew Holness addressed the gathering under the theme, Advancing Social Justice, Promoting Decent Work.
We are committed to the decent work agenda through empowering our citizens with education and training to make them marketable, employable, and productive in a competitive labour market and economy.
Mr. Holness told delegates that the country was making significant investments in human capital as it prepares for the fourth industrial revolution. He asserted that while the country was embracing sweeping technological advances, the dignity of labour would be preserved and protected. This, the Prime Minister said, was being done through initiatives such as the HOPE program, the Jamaica National Service Corps, and the Career Advancement program.
We understand that we must upskill our labour force and make the investments in creating our digital and knowledge society to compete effectively for the jobs of the future. We recognize that there is much more to be done for the Jamaican worker. However, much progress is being made within a cooperative and collaborative framework of social consensus building and respect for the human element as the center of the social contract for development.
While in Switzerland, the Prime Minister met with the Director General of the United Nations office in Geneva, Michael Muller. He stressed the importance of strategic development planning as seen in the island's Vision 2030 National Development Framework. Director General Muller used the meeting to welcome Mr. Holness's appointment as co-chair of the UN Climate Initiative to raise funds for climate financing by 2020. The Prime Minister also met with the Director General of the World Trade Organization, Roberto Azevedo. Talks focused on the digital economy and trade. And Prime Minister Holness closed out his working visit to Switzerland by engaging the Jamaican diaspora and diplomatic community.
And I believe that this will elevate Kingston as a destination and Jamaica generally. So I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased.
That was Prime Minister Andrew Holness back in the island and touring of the newly opened AC Marriott Hotel on Lady Musgrave Road. The $55 million joint venture between the Marriott and Sandals International Groups boasts 220 rooms, a conference center, gym, restaurant, and poolside deck. Mr. Holness expressed satisfaction that of the 220 staff employed to the hotel, 219 were Jamaicans.
The kinds of investment that we are promoting are investments that fulfill the social contract of, yes, creating economic opportunities, but also creating economic development for people, placing people at the center of the development. And so all in all, I think everyone wins with this kind of development.
On Saturday, Prime Minister Holness welcomed President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to the island. Following President Akufo-Addo's signing of a condolence book for former Prime Minister Edward Seaga, he and Prime Minister Holness engaged in a courtesy call, followed by a working luncheon. During a joint media briefing, it was revealed that starting July 1, Ghana will waive visa requirements for Jamaicans to enter that country.
The Ghana-Jamaica Joint Commission for Cooperation that has been dormant for some time is going to be reactivated, hopefully this year, if not as early as possible in the first quarter of next year, so that the various areas of engagement that we're talking about can be properly structured within a legal framework for the doing of business between our two countries.
Our discussions also focused on important bilateral matters, and in particular, measures to improve trade and investments and the movement of people, goods, and services between our two countries.
President Akufo-Addo was on the island for a two-day working visit to promote his country's Year of Return 2019. The president's engagement included a visit with Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, a floral tribute at the shrine of national hero Marcus Garvey, and before his departure on Sunday, the president addressed the opening of the 2019 Jamaica Diaspora Conference at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. The Prime Minister also addressed Sunday's opening of the 2019 staging of the Jamaica Diaspora Conference. He updated the gathering on plans for the redevelopment of Port Royal. Mr. Holness said the designs for the construction of a pier at the sunken city were being finalized.
Become a port of call for cruise ships to once again come into the port of Kingston. We will return the ferry system from Port Royal into Kingston. It will mean greater employment for the people who live in that area, and we will be able to have economic benefit from our history.
And on Sunday, the Prime Minister attended a Father's Day picnic on the lawns of Jamaica House. Held under the theme, Furthering Families with Fathers, Mr. Holness called on fathers to become more involved in their children's lives. He made a special appeal to fathers of male children.
I want our fathers to recommit to taking a greater role in the lives of their boys, in ensuring that they don't deviate from that right path, that they don't make the mistakes that you made in your life, that you hold their hands and guide them along the path of success. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on them.
And that's how we close out Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.